Aditya, you said that as a kid there was
Yeah.
music all around you.
Yeah.
बचपन कैसा गुजरा? How was it? Like, did you always want to become a singer or you had other plans?
मम्मी कहती थी कि जब मैं बोल भी नहीं पाता था तो मैं तुतलाता था. तो आई used to try and sing my father's song. पापा कहते हैं, ताता कहते हैं, try and sing it. Thankfully, because my parents were also musicians, they were very encouraging about it.
Right.
Music is still the most prominent aspect of my life. So if I'm doing television one day in a week, the rest of the 6 days, I'm making music.
This is the only son Salman Khan has ever had.
Yes, yes, that is actually one of my greatest claims to fame.
I love it.
Probably the only. नमस्कार, मैं हूं आदित्य नारायण और आप मुझे देख रहे हैं बॉलीवुड हंगामा पे. यहाँ पे बहुत सारा बॉलीवुड है और बहुत सारा हंगामा है.
Aditya, you said that as a kid there was
Yeah.
music all around you.
Yeah.
बचपन कैसा गुजरा? How was it? Like, did you always want to become a singer or you had other plans?
I was always musically inclined from day one. I remember मम्मी कहती थी कि जब मैं बोल भी नहीं पाता था तो मैं तुतलाता था. तो I used to try and sing my father's song. पापा कहते हैं, ताता कहते हैं, try and sing it. In fact, 87 August I was born. 87
6th
December.
August.
6th August. Oh, wow.
I remember. Do you remember my birthday?
I know.
The world celebrates my birthday.
Really? What is it?
31st December. We have discussed.
First Jan बोलने वाला था, but yeah, 31st December. I just said first.
We've discussed this because Dad's birthday and my birthday. He starts the month, I end the month.
Oh yeah.
And then also your anniversary now.
And also
Too many things I know
my
about
God,
you.
you know so
ज़्यादा हो
much
रहा है
about
यार.
me. There's too much love.
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
Urmin, that's too much love.
वो तो मुझे पीछे से कोई कह रहा है.
देखो ऐसी
क्या
ऐसी
बच्चे का
बातें
नाम
मत
त्विषा
कहो,
है,
लोगों को
हाँ.
सब पता चल जाएगा हमारी हिस्ट्री के बारे में.
What?
Please
What
यार,
is-
Urmin,
what are you
यार,
talking
oh my
about?
God.
हाँ, तब कह रहे थे
So
कि
what was I saying? Anyway, um, I feel very lucky that even before I kind of gained consciousness, I knew what I wanted to do in life.
Yeah.
I knew that music would play a very important part of my existence. And thankfully, because my parents were also musicians, they were very encouraging about it.
Right.
मैं पापा के रिकॉर्डिंग्स में जाता था, मैं मम्मी की माय मदर इज ऑल्सो फैबुलस सिंगर. मैं दोनों की रिकॉर्डिंग्स में जाता था, बैठता था, उनको गाते हुए सुनता था, गाना लिखते हुए, सीखते हुए, फिर घर आके वही गाने उनके सामने गाता था मैं. So they also knew that I had a keen interest
Yeah.
in music. My childhood was great. I was a little alone during my childhood. That's the only gripe that I kind of have, because my parents were very busy. It just so happened that my father hit his professional stride as soon as I was born. जब मैं पैदा हुआ था तो मेरे पिताजी के पास बहुत ज़्यादा काम नहीं था. क़यामत से क़यामत तक was his first hit. He came to Mumbai in 1978. 1988 is where क़यामत से क़यामत तक released. So after 10 years of struggling, he finally gave a hit, won his first award, and then of course there's no looking back.
Right.
But there was that fire in his belly that now that I have this opportunity, जो कुछ भी मिलेगा अब मैं सब करना चाहता हूँ. I want to do my best. I want to give my best. My mother was an air hostess for Air India.
Yeah.
So and I mean we didn't have my parents didn't have money for like caretaker and staff and all of those
So what
things.
about your friends?
I mean I had friends, but it's different when you're younger because हम अलग अलग घरों में societies में रहते हैं. You need somebody to take us there, to drop us. I didn't have that luxury as a child. तो मेरे बिल्डिंग में जो कुछ दोस्त थे वो थे, but of course वो भी हम उम्र नहीं होते हैं ना, एक आध थे मेरे एज के. So music was kind of my best friend. Music has always been my best friend. और उस वक्त घर पे रेडियो हुआ करता था, टीवी नहीं आया था. हम लोग हमारे सामने एक पड़ोसी थे कुंवर जी करके, तो वो ग्राउंड फ्लोर पे रहते थे और पूरे एरिया में पहला टीवी उनके घर पे आया था. तो सारे जो लड़का लड़की हैं उनके खिड़की के बाहर देख के टीवी देखते थे और फिर वो भगा देते थे हमको, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली रिच पीपल, स्नॉब.
Tell you, कौन है ये लोग?
कौन है? So
33 फ्लोर पे रहने वाले लोग. I mean, sorry.
ये 33 साल फिर मेहनत भी किया है बाबा. एक साल में एक फ्लोर ऊपर गया हूँ. But anyway, so like music has always been my best friend,
Yeah.
and through music I have connected with other people. You know, like all my friends are also like a lot of them are from the music industry. या अगर वो म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री से नहीं भी हैं तो वो म्यूजिक लवर्स हैं.
Right.
So music is basically the protagonist of my life. You know, even if you see all the TV shows that I do, I'm mostly hosting music reality shows where I'm with musicians, or you know, या तो वो already established professionals हैं या तो वो उभरते हुए कलाकार हैं. So yeah, so I have always like loved music. Music has loved me back.
And I
It's-
love that, you know, music is always your base.
Yes.
No matter what you do, you come back to it.
Yes, definitely. And I've always been. So the thing is that you know, there is more to me than meets the eye.
Yeah.
So you know, even though you feel like I'm giving a lot of time to, say, for example, television or something, but as soon as I'm done hosting a show,
Yeah.
I'm always at home making music, and then I go and I work one day a week and I do television, and then I come back home and then I'm back to making music, or then I'm traveling for live shows. So it just so happens that by the grace of God, I mean, I've always been grateful that my stint as a television host especially has been so successful.
Right.
That it has kind of overshadowed the music that I make. But make no mistake, music is still the most prominent aspect of my life. So if I'm doing television one day in a week, the rest of the 6 days, I'm making music.
So why are you leaving Indian Idol?
I'm not just leaving Indian Idol, I'm leaving hosting television shows, Urmin. I said my goodbyes to Saregama this year. I came back to host another season for Saregama because in a way it was life coming a full circle for me. मैं 18 साल का था जब मैं पहली बार TV host बना, और I had no idea what I would do with my life at that time. I had just taken up Saregama as, you know, as a learning opportunity. I never thought much would come out of it. At that time, I was getting paid 7,500 rupees per episode, which I thought was a lot of money. And trust me, like I never felt more rich than the time that I was making 7,500 rupees, because उस वक्त मैं अपने मम्मी पापा के घर पे रहता था.
हाँ.
मैं 18 साल का था. So I had a house. My parents were feeding me food. All of that money was just ayashi for me. So I felt the richest.
How nice.
And then, you know, by the time I finished Saregama, I was married. Tuisha was just born. I think 2 weeks after Tuisha was born, I finished hosting Saregama. So from like a teenager, like a 18-year-old teenager, to a 34-year-old young man with a wife and a beautiful daughter, beautiful wife also. I finished that off. I hosted another show called Superstar Singer, and this is now my 3rd season of Indian Idol in a row that I am doing.
So why are we bidding goodbye to it?
Because it's been 17 years, yeah, Urmin.
Which-
It's a long time. 17 years is an entire career.
That's true.
If a cricketer plays cricket for 17 years, he is said to have he or she has said to have an illustrious career. So I've had my illustrious
I agree.
career with Indian television and hosting shows, and at the end of the day, you know, it's not like I'm never going to come back to television.
Yeah.
But अब क्या हो गया है ना Urmin के especially I would say from the year 2017, I have done nothing short of 20 shows on Indian television. And you know, one thing I find very difficult to say no to, and I'm saying this with all honesty, is money, especially when it's in crores. But somewhere I felt like the money was kind of taking more of a front seat than the art. And you know, at the end of the day, we're all human beings here. Money buys us good things.
True.
And it's not that I'm buying a Ferrari or something, even though I can. But there is so much that I can do with that money. My goal with Indian television, especially in the past 5 years, was to be financially independent. और मुझे श्वेता ऑलरेडी मिल चुकी थी लाइफ में, तो मुझे पता था मुझे उनसे शादी करनी है, और मुझे बच्चे भी चाहिए थे because I love kids. So I wanted to buy a new house. And as you know, buying a house in Bombay is like buying 100 acres of land anywhere else in the world. So it required. Your cameraman is laughing. It's true, man. You know how it is. You know, like even a cubicle is like, look at this beautiful cubicle. That will be 1.5 crores plus GST, and that's how it is. So imagine wanting to buy a 2,500 square foot house on the 33rd floor.
But look at you, yeah. Look how much you've achieved.
Touch wood.
I'm so glad.
you.
I have known you for so many years, and I have to like mention this that he's a fantastic singer. He's a great host. Now he's the voice behind such an amazing character.
Yeah.
And let me also mention he's the only son Salman Khan has ever had.
Yes, yes, that is actually one of my greatest claims to fame.
I love it.
Probably the only, but I mean, I wish well for Bhai, and
So are we
hopefully.
going to see you do some more acting anytime
So
soon?
anyway, what I was saying is that I did television for a purpose.
Yeah.
And that purpose has been fulfilled.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it has given me so much love.
Yeah.
And the main reason why I wanted to make all this money is because I wanted to not depend on anybody when it came to my music and my music videos. So I have finally worked on 2 beautiful albums. I have about a dozen music videos.
Yeah.
And 8, 9, 10, about 20 songs. So I have 20 singles, a dozen music videos lined up for the next year, which I have produced on my own. It's my own money. I financed it myself. I've sung all the songs. I've composed a few. It's my team of wonderful musicians and artists. But all of this costs money. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
And now that I finally have what I wanted, anything more than this would just be me being greedy. And it's not like I'm not making money. I'm still doing a lot of live shows. This season of Indian Idol will go on till I don't know how long, because the last time it happened for 75 episodes. So so I still have a fair bit of a way to go, and I want to make as much time and allocate and accommodate as much time in my life to music, especially after the pandemic.
Yeah.
Now that I know that we can die any day. I know it sounds scary, but it happens. So I'd rather spend all my time doing something that I believe I've come to earth to do.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I look forward to all the projects that are coming forward.
Thank you.
And lots and lots of love to your absolutely gorgeous daughter, जिनके साथ दिवाली मनाई, इतना कुछ हो रहा है. And yes, all the very best to you, Aditya.
Thanks, Urmin.
आप हमेशा ऐसे ही कमाल रहे. बस.
Okay, Urmin दीदी, बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करने में दीदी.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching us on Bollywood Hungama. That's Aditya Narayan, and don't forget to catch. Actually, आप बताएं.
4 नवंबर को अपने नज़दीकी सिनेमा घरों में देखना ना भूलें लायल लायल क्रोकोडाइल. इसे आप अगर अंग्रेज़ी में देखेंगे तो शॉन भैया ने गाए हैं, और अगर हिंदी में देखेंगे तो आपके दोस्त आदित्य ने गाया है. जिस वर्जन को देखना चाहें प्लीज़ देखें. अगर समय है तो दोनों वर्जन्स देखें. उर्मिन ने प्रॉमिस किया है कि वो दोनों वर्जन्स देखेंगी, एंड इसीलिए मैं उनको उनके इस सिनेमैटिक एक्सपीरियंस के लिए अनलिमिटेड पॉपकॉर्न दे रहा हूँ. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Bollywood Hungama पर मैं हूँ उर्मिन, and that was Aditya Narayan.
नमस्कार, मैं हूँ आदित्य नारायण और आप मुझे देख रहे हैं बॉलीवुड हंगामा पे. यहाँ पे बहुत सारा बॉलीवुड है और बहुत सारा हंगामा है.